warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The preserving Pancasila values trough obedience paying taxes. The active role and awareness of the public in paying taxes must be considered not infrequently. There are various resistance from the public against tax lifts. This happens because tax are obligation that must be paid by taxpayers without direct compensation obtained by taxpayers. Various community resistance to tax collection can be distinguished as follows. Is one, passive resistance. This resistance is in the form of obstacles that make tax collection difficult and has close relationship with the economic structure of a country, with the intellectual and moral development of the population, and with the tax collection technical insight. Passive resistance also exists if the control system is not capable of effort failure or even cannot be done. Is the second, active resistance. Avoidance from taxes, i.e., tax can be easily avoided by not doing action that can be subject to tax or tax avoidance. Is this tax evasion and smuggling tax evasion be avoidance, which is illegal tax or tax evasion. The refuse to pay the tax and refuse to make the formal requirements that must be met. For example, by blocking the confiscation process. We know that development is very important for the continuance of the life of the nation and states. Source of development funds can be obtained from natural resource, SDA government business activity, BUMD, loss grants and taxes. Among these sources, taxation is a very important source because it involves the participation of citizens for development, both physical and non-physical, as well as increasing the independence of the nation. In essence, taxes are a means to improve people welfare. Therefore, the state must release sources of distribute justice for the people. Cut. Obedience to pay taxes will help a lot to build the nation, both from developing the economy, social, and so on. We know that the tax collection system in Indonesia is a self-assessment system. The system makes it easy for someone to carry out their tax obligation, where the self-assessment system is a tax collection system that authorizes taxpayers to determine their own amount of the owe. In this system, applies that the taxpayers has the obligation to calculate, pay, and report the tax payable himself. Honesty is needed in the freedom to run the system. Pancasila, as an ideology of the Indonesian state, also plays an important role in the obedience of taxpayers in paying taxes. Pancasila values that we can if we obey pay taxes is one, believe in the one and only good. We as Indonesia people must have faith or have religion. behaving religion, we will feel that our lives have created something that provide good fortune and some protect us. We also must not forget that we must always be grateful. The form of action is to channel excess fortune. For example, citizens who provide assistance the people who cannot afford to pay taxes. The second, just in civilized humanity, one of them is the value of justice. With there are is bits of one of which is the value of social scandal, meaning that if there are people who do not want to share with the poor, then this is an action of reducing of lowering the dignity of the rest. Through paying taxes we can share with the poor. 3. The unity of Indonesia. These values include a sense of nationalism and a sense of belonging to this country. One of the manifestation is through our sense of obligation as citizens. For example, our sense of the obligation to pay taxes. Number 4, democracy is led by wisdom. Wisdom in appreciation, consultation, this principle aims to provide the public interest rather than personal interest, which is in line with the objectives of the fact function. Number 5, social justice for all the people of Indonesia. The values of this president contain values of justice related to share prosperity, which is also in line with the fact function. As citizens of Indonesia, we should together but with this nation with simple things. For example, by obeying all the rules set by the government, one of which is implementing obligation citizens, that is, obedience to paying tax are a means for the welfare of the community, including ourselves. On the other hand, we also apply the values of our nation ideology, namely Pancasila, through paying taxes. That's why we will have the 5 national character that is guided by the values of Pancasila and also brings the nation to be more prosperous. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.